Hey, it's Brian from Nacelle. We're kicking off a series of short video chats with some industry leaders to talk about different perspectives and trends on my favorite subject, headless commerce. Today, I'm talking to Damir from Index Ventures. Damir was the lead Series Seed investor in Nacelle, and he's backed some of today's fastest growing startups, including Bird, Boulevard, Gatsby, and more. I know that one of your fortes is really, consumer brands. Um, so let's talk 2021 from the end of a user's perspective. What can shoppers expect to see from e-commerce brands going forward? And what other trends that you see the good e-commerce companies leveraging to really execute their strategy?
We're fortunate to have a growing portfolio of brands at Index, companies like Glossier and Sonos, who we view as innovators and who we're learning a lot from. They're really the companies that are informing our understanding of some of these trends. I think I'll zoom out and say that the most important things for brands to unlock are two things. One, loyalty from their customer. Can I get a customer to come back organically and buy more from me over time as a result of having had a great first experience? The second, and that it really ties into the first, is customer journeys. Can I be really sophisticated with understanding where my customers are coming from? Can I tailor the experience for different channels in a unique manner that leads to high conversion?
Mm.
So that's what we're on the lookout for, is brands that have a deep understanding of those two things, who are showing that they can derive that type of loyalty, and who have a really intelligent way of thinking about their customer journey. So that's what I think is laying ahead for brands in 2021. It's, can I map out my customer journeys in a more sophisticated manner? Can I leverage new channels like SMS to reach them? And then can I tie that into data, right? Can I actually quantify how successful one channel is over another? Um, a good example I always give is, if I've sent 10 emails to a customer and they haven't opened any of them, it's probably a negative experience for the customer to receive an 11th. I think the brand in that case should be thinking about reaching the customer in a different manner. Um, so that's indicative of what we're looking for, is founders and brands who are thinking about their business in that manner.
With SMS, I think this is an amazing trend that's happened recently, and I'm really encouraged by it. Could we just drill down into that one for one more minute? Because I do find the numbers impressive, and I do think it plays into our theme of mobile. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you see it, maybe from a consumer point of view and an e-commerce point of view?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you thought about how a brand, say Casper, acquired customers 3, 4, 5 years ago, they were really the first ones to unlock Facebook as a channel, right? So
Mhm.
this was before the wave of e-commerce brands figuring out how to reach customers on Facebook. They were able to build some creative that got people to click on the ads and to buy mattresses online. Um, Now, what happened, which is a story that we all know well over the ensuing few years, is a lot of competitors emerged, right? Uh, I think what's exciting now is SMS is a new channel that's been unlocked, very similar to Facebook 4 years ago. And brands are just now trying to experiment with SMS and to understand, how well it performs. I think the exciting part about SMS over something like Facebook is it's very direct, right? The open rate for an SMS is way higher than even an email. People are looking at their SMS app way more frequently than even Facebook. The time spent is probably even higher than Facebook. So it becomes this amazing channel to actually get your customer to read something. Now, that also ties into the trickiness of it, right? If I'm bombarding you with SMSs, you might get very frustrated with me as a brand very quickly and may block me, may stop shopping from me. So you have to be very sophisticated and careful with how you actually decide to use that channel as a brand. That's my takeaway so far. Do you
And of
agree with that,
course,
Brian?
yeah, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I do like the trend of headless commerce, because the idea that you can easily build a PWA, which is a progressive web app, which I think really helps conversion rate, particularly on mobile. You have text messages coming in with links, and you're landing your customers on an experience that's really optimized for that mobile device. In fact, it was built first for that mobile device and desktop second. And I think that pairing is something that we've seen our merchants use to really phenomenal results.
I should have mentioned that. I stopped at people are reading these messages, but you're absolutely right. Someone's clicking on a link in these messages and actually needing to transact somewhere. And to your point, I think Nacelle builds the most optimized storefront for that type of experience.